I started as the Lloyd's CEO in 2014. I realised that even though the Lloyd's market had been fantastically successful and had been around for over 3 centuries, if it wanted to be around for another 3 centuries, we needed to think of it differently. We needed to make sure we were getting real creativity into the market, that we were being truly innovative and wanting to be on the leading edge of using technology, which of course is going to be the future of every business. Now, what I realised was that the market was made up of a lot of people who were like each other. And that is not the best way to have the most creativity coming through. The most creativity and the most innovative teams are those where you have diversity of thought, diversity of people, diversity of backgrounds. And so I realised that in the insurance sector, particularly I think perhaps more than other sectors, it hasn't really embraced the importance of diversity and inclusion in the workplace yet. So we did a lot of work around that. It was tough, but great progress has been made. We opened up people's minds to having people not like them sitting around the table, and they realised that they were being, challenged. Perhaps they hadn't been challenged in the same way before, but challenged in a healthy, positive way. So it was a tough gig, but really a lot of progress was made, and I'm convinced that the insurance sector globally is taking the topic seriously and is determined to make sure it's going to be around serving customers in a truly innovative way into the future. One of the best things that we did in the insurance sector a few years ago was to find some people who would speak openly about their mental health issues. I remember one guy, he recorded a short video, about his own personal experience, how he had felt suicidal at times, but how he'd come through with the help of others. He shared that video then in a blog, and it was the most popular and well-supported blog ever. And it encouraged other people to start talking about the topic. And following that, we've had all sorts of sessions, discussions, learnings, teach-ins, to talk about the difficulties of mental health and how you can get through it. It's only by sharing your own experiences that other people can get a glimpse into what it's like for people who are different to you. I think there's been a huge change for women in senior positions in the city. Some of this has been about actually signing up to things like the 30% Club. A lot of the boards have agreed to commit to having 1/3 of their directors as females. We've got the Hampton-Alexander Review now in its 4th year. It's been really pressurising them to increase the diversity on their boards and importantly now in their executive leadership teams. We've got about 20% female representation in executive committees of these FTSE 350 companies. Now that's great progress, but there's still more to do. And in order for those companies to reach 1/3 of their executive leadership as females, that means in the next 2 years, basically by the end of the Hampton-Alexander Review period, 1 in 2 of every job that comes up is going to have to be filled by a woman. And at the moment, 65% of those jobs are being filled by men. So we know that although great progress has been made in the last 10 years, there's still some more work to do. But I believe if we actually really mean it and we want to make it happen, we can make it happen. When I started working in insurance in the 80s, I didn't really think about the importance of inclusive workplaces. I don't think, quite honestly, we talked about diversity and inclusion back then. But now I do a lot of talking about diversity and inclusion. And I've realised how important it is to make sure if you want to be a creative, innovative, successful business, you must embrace diverse talent and you must create an inclusive environment. It's the only way to be really successful in the long term. Not one part of the community can do this on their own. It can only be done together.